Hits of the 80s and more, 96.3 KKLZ, Mike and Carla Morning Show. Every Friday we do this.
Yep.
We've been doing it for years. Vegas film critic Jeff Howard in the studio to talk about some of the things you can watch, not only on the big screen, but, of course, on the on your TV at home, streaming,
phone,
which has become huge now.
Which I'm just becoming spoiled. I'm returning to the theater, but I don't like it. I got to get used to it again.
I got to be honest. I went to the movies over the weekend, and I loved it.
Yeah?
I loved sitting down, having a beer, somebody bringing me one. I loved it.
What theater is that?
And it's at,
Those specialty theaters.
Over at Summerlin.
Yes,
yeah, downtown
okay.
Summerlin.
In the Republic, they do things a little different,
We do
Jeff.
things differently in the Republic, Jeff, as you know.
It's a little bit more wide open.
Yes,
I feel like a shut-in. I got to get out more, yeah.
And there's still no better popcorn than movie popcorn.
See, you're still going to the little town theater down the street on Main Street in Hooterville.
Can you imagine a film critic that doesn't like popcorn? I mean, I go crazy. I get upset. You know, if you're chomping next to me, I'm like, shut up.
All right. So what are we talking about this weekend?
Well, we have this weekend we have a new Marvel film that's opening up called Morbius, and it stars Jared Leto. Yeah, it's an obscure character from 1971 from the Marvel Universe. He is a biochemist that has a rare blood disease that is trying to cure himself, and he uses vampire bats as a possible cure and ends up mutating himself into some sort of human vampire.
Right.
I know. It's really disturbing.
It's very dark looking just in the trailers.
It reminds me a lot of Venom, that kind of vibe to it, without being so campy. You know, the movie seems like it sets up future stories because it's an origin story. A lot of the comic book universe fans are really trashing it. I liked it. You know, I thought it was really intriguing. I thought there was a lot of potential for the character, but I can see how people might be bored with it or not understand it. Again, it's a very weird, obscure character. So Morbius, I would say go see it. I thought it was pretty cool. It is from Sony. It's not a Disney Marvel movie, you know, so it's one of those really bizarre characters.
All right, what else?
Next, we have Deep Water, and it's streaming on Prime Video. This stars Ben Affleck, who's a husband who lets his wife fool around right in front of him. But he has a breaking point, and her lovers start disappearing. I mean, like days later, they start disappearing. So Ben Affleck,
So there's good news and there's bad news.
Yes, you know, we have an open relationship, but you know what? I changed my mind, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to off them one at a time. Yeah. And so Ben Affleck has this real intensity about him in this movie, and it's really disturbing. It's a slow burn movie, so it just kind of builds and builds, and it's really just kind of like I was clutching my arms by the end. This, you know, Ben Affleck really plays a great killer.
I don't know if I can watch him in that.
Yeah, just talking about it freaked me out. It was one of those movies. So it's called Deep Water on Amazon. Also, Morty, Halo, have you seen it yet? The series on Paramount Plus?
I have.
Yeah.
I am excited.
Yes, it is the biggest thing right now on streaming. It's the #1 rated show. I got interviews with the cast on my YouTube channel. I'm very proud of. Thank you, Paramount Plus. But I've never played the game, but I've been around gamers who have, and it's from executive producer Steven Spielberg. They spent a lot of money on this. It is a big budget, big gaming, sci-fi epic. I really liked it, and I've never played the game.
Well, and you got to know that if you play the game, don't expect that's what's happening in the movie because they
deviate from the story. Yes,
completely different from the video game.
They had to because you know you got to do some great storylines. Yes,
well, of course.
And finally, something for the kids: Hardy Boys season 2 streaming on Hulu. I spoke to the cast this morning. Both of the Hardy Boys. The whole second season is supernatural. It's like almost like X-Files is injected into the Hardy Boys.
Oh wow!
And, it's very very popular. They had to stand down because of COVID, and they both grew very much since I saw them last. You know, and so check out the Hardy Boys on Hulu. It's really a lot of fun. I watched the first couple episodes the other night.
So it's not the Parker Stevenson and Sean Cassidy
They are
Hardy
very
Boy.
well aware of the 80s because the show is set in the 80s. So,
I love it.
So I'm asking him, is it
That's
weird?
awesome.
Oh, I have to watch it
And
now.
I say, is it weird being in a show with no internet and no cell phones? They go, but we love that era. The music
Because I'm
and
trying to
everything.
imagine how many pair of Hardy Boys have there been.
Yeah.
But that had to be the most popular. And of course, right after that show on TV, it was Nancy Drew.
Oh, yeah, Nancy Drew. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
With, I can't remember Linda
I told him to watch
Lisa
it.
Something. Yeah, yes.
I told him to watch it because that was my era. I was like 11 when I watched the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew. So, check it out on Hulu.
All right. Watch them on YouTube because that's where the great interviews are. So sign up for his YouTube channel, Facebook, and, of course, VegasFilmCritic.com. Jeff, always good stuff.
Thanks,
we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks a lot.